We're doing the 4 Mountain Challenge, everybody. We're rope dropping Disneyland, Space Mountain, Matterhorn, Big Thunder, and Tianas Bayou Adventure. The goal is to get everything done in under an hour. Can we do it? What way will we go? I think our path might surprise you. Let's go. We're at the rope at 7:27. Not quite the rope. We're maybe 3 shoulders back, but pretty good nonetheless. I'm happy with this being here at 7:27. Now we wait. Looks like we're about ready to kick off here. 7:59 and seconds. Let's rock. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to go a little more briskly than I usually do because we are on the clock. There's our competition. Just about everybody's gonna be going to Space Mountain, to be sure. Now let's talk about the rules while we're making our way into the Space Mountain queue, hoping for the best. It's pretty simple. 4 mountains: Space Mountain, Matterhorn, Big Thunder, Tianas Bayou Adventure. That is still a mountain as far as I'm concerned, especially when it comes to trying to get a challenge done. People have been asking me, does that still count? Are we gonna do it again? Yes and yes, here we are. So those are the 4 mountains. No lightning lane, cannot use lightning lane. No single rider. I thought about adding single rider, but then I think it's better that everybody gets to play, because there are gonna be some groups out there who might wanna try to do this, and maybe they don't wanna split the group up and have everybody go single rider, so no single rider. And then you have to do a round trip. You're gonna start here and you have to finish at the hub. You can't, the challenge doesn't end until you get back to the hub. As for the show, I'm gonna do my best to keep this camera rolling and show you real time what's happening. Obviously we're starting at Space Mountain. There is literally no other place you should be starting. If you're trying to do a 4 Mountain Challenge at rope drop, it would be the challenge is over before you begin if you try to start anywhere besides Space.
Are you okay, darling? You okay?
For obvious reasons, this is the most popular attraction at rope drop, period. Maybe Rise, there's some competition there. That's not in our challenge. But Space is going to draw a crowd very, very quickly. By the time we get out of here, it's going to be a 30-minute wait. You try to do that at the end, that's just crazy. But the others, you have a little bit of time before those queues start filling up. And you'll see the order in which we do them is the order in which I believe that they fill up. It takes the longest, per se, for those queues to get to the point where you're going to have a little bit to wait. So we did okay. It's 8:02. We did okay getting to this point from the rope. Usually it takes me a little bit longer because I don't rush. I walked very briskly. I didn't run though. But I walked very briskly. The goal here, if we're going to do, 15 minutes per attraction is the goal. 15. Doing Space in 15 is optimistic, I would say. So, and plus, Tiana's is a long ride. So we're gonna have to save some time somewhere. We're gonna need 20 minutes probably to handle Tiana's. But so far so good. We're doing well. I think if we can get to the vehicle before 8:10, we're doing well.
say you watch his videos.
I watch your videos.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Hey guys. We're gonna hope for not too much competition here. Let's see, there's Lightning Lane. A few guests going that way. I do not recommend that. It is foolish to use Lightning Lane right now. You have wasted it. Sorry to say, it's just being honest. Oh, this is what I was afraid of. Oh dear. This is what I was afraid of. This is the reason why I try to trim as much time off of getting here and getting as close to the front as I could. I got here to the rope. I rope dropped the rope drop. By the way, we do have gear for that. We have merch. If you're a rope drop fan or a fan of the show, we have merch at freshbakersons.com. Rope drop merch, rope drop. That means it's not good enough to get here at 8 for the rope drop. You have to get here before that. You have to get here a half an hour at least before the rope drop so you can get towards the front of the line. I rope dropped to Toy Story parking. I was like the 4th car in line. I was like the 10th car to park when I got there. I walked it in. I was through bag check at 7:20, I think it was. Or was that bag check at 7:20? I was in the Esplanade at 7:22, which is very good if you park. It's hard to get into the Esplanade before 7:30 if you take the bus. The only way to beat the bus if you park at Toy Story is if you walk it in. I'm not sure if the same applies to Mickey Friends if you try to walk it in from Mickey Friends. That's a test I haven't done yet. But I saved 8 minutes getting to the front of the Space Mountain queue here at Rope Drop by walking it in from Toy Story. And we have mixed 8:06. That was a pretty decent, or a pretty brief wait. There was not a lot of guests there. So I think there's a decent shot we'll be at our vehicle by 8:10. That's good. That's good. We're still bringing vehicles in. That is a under-acknowledged component factor in how long it takes you to get into vehicles, how many vehicles are on the track. Something we'll get into in a little bit later on in this episode, actually, because it will play a part. But Space Mountain generally brings in enough vehicles at the start to keep the guests moving. They're a little bit behind. There should be another vehicle right here. That guy should already be right there under normal operating conditions. Sent an empty. Oh no, it's just 2 rows of empty. That's unfortunate. That's going to cost us 30 seconds. They're catching up. They caught up. That might be one of the first few vehicles to come back. Oh. Oh, and it is 8:10, by the way. We got the vehicle at 8:10, I think. Okay, 8:14, 1 minute. 1 minute ahead of schedule. I was hoping for 12, we got 14. We're gonna have to try to make up a couple minutes. The Matterhorn, hoping for the best, hoping for a nice smooth standby there. Because as I mentioned, no lightning lane, no single rider. You gotta do this natural and old school. Had to switch out of my low light setting there. Okay, back on track. Sounds of Tomorrowland. Thank you guys, thank you. For those of you participating or trying to strategize along with me, as I just mentioned, absolutely no choice but to start with Space Mountain. I'm trying to look and see, it still says 10 minutes, I think. It's not that, because it took me 10 minutes to get to the vehicle and I was there right there at the rope. So it's probably closer to 15, maybe 20 now. No choice but to start there at Space Mountain. And I feel like it's really kind of ridiculous to not go to Matterhorn second. You know what I mean? Like, you could argue, you could talk about doing other things. I mean, you do have to kind of come back a little bit anyway if we're wrapping up at the hub. But it's just, you don't want to risk, because the Matterhorn can build up a queue fairly quickly on some mornings also. Especially if it were early entry, which is a problem we won't have to deal with come January. But if you're trying to do this before then, you got to go Matterhorn second. Luckily, I can hear the sounds of the mountain, which means it's not closed. If anything closes right now, this show is over and I go home and go to sleep. And you guys have no idea that I even tried. That would be hilarious. There they go. So we left Space at 8:14. It's been 4 minutes so far. Walking here, the goal is to get out of here no later than 8:30. That's the absolute latest, I think. Sorry, gotta pay respects to the monorail. Looks like they're loading just one side right now, though. That's not good. The goal is no later than 8:30. As I mentioned, if we just use a baseline of 15 minutes per attraction, we're trying to get this done in an hour. Although it is just a straight, time challenge. It isn't an hour or bust, but that is the goal, an hour. So that means we have to be in our vehicle by 8:25. That is 6 minutes from now. Yeah, they're not loading the Fantasyland side. Hi guys. They're loading only Tomorrowland. Hi guys. Good morning. Hey, what's up guys? Hi. There are a lot of fans of park science out here. It's becoming a thing. Park science is becoming kind of a phenomenon. I mean, if not, with Disneyland fans, at least with Fresh Baked fans, I met a whole bunch of fans of the show this morning at the rope drop. I was surrounded. It was pretty comical. But every single one of them was like, we watched it because of the park science, because they want to figure out how to rope drop and where to be and when. So hats off to you guys for watching the show and learning and starting at Space Mountain, which is exactly where you should have been this morning. We need to be in our bobsled in 5 minutes. And I would have preferred something quicker than that, for sure. But this does go towards what I was alluding to in Space Mountain about getting to an attraction at the proper time. We might be a little early for Matterhorn because they haven't, so we're running half capacity right now. And ideally you want to be hitting an attraction when it's somewhere closer to full capacity, but we don't really have a choice with the Matterhorn because we have to do it second. But ideally you would have hoped to have them running both sides. Not the case this morning. So it's going to take twice as long as it could, even though it'll still just take minutes.
Before you reach the bobsled run, please observe the seating diagram overhead. And once on board, be sure to put your hat, glasses, and any loose items in a secure place. Thank you. We'll see you on the bobsled run. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the
If I recall, I met those guys at the gates, or at the rope. I met half of this group here at the rope, and they were all studying, and they're doing the right thing. Kudos to you guys also for, hi guys, well done. Hi guys, doing the Matterhorn second. Oh, awesome. 8:23, 2 minutes ahead, thankfully, of our worst case scenario. That's what he said. Okay. 8:24, I think. Again, 8:24, not bad.
For safety, remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bobsled. Please, not your kids. Thank you.
It's also a tradition of mine at the Matterhorn to watch them push the button. I have to watch them push the button. my gosh. Okay. Wow.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Not gonna lie, I was not ready for that. It's been a minute since I've been on the Tomorrowland side. Oh my gosh, it's faster and rougher, no doubt about it. It's been a minute. I've been doing Fantasyland almost exclusively lately. Oh, all right. Okay. Two down, two to go. Done at 8:27 in the monorail. Still no Fantasyland side. Hi guys, good morning. Hi. Hi guys. That young man was wearing a Masters and Augusta National shirt. Love to see that. Wow, look at Alice in Wonderland already pulling a 10-minute wait, 15 maybe. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna diverge a little bit from probably the expected route. Hi guys. Hey, happy birthday.
Time to sign?
Yeah, sure.
All right. He's a YouTuber, Mom.
Where am I signing? Oh, okay. Let's go right here.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, it's okay. All right.
Can I say hi to your viewers?
Sure. Say hi. Say happy birthday, everybody.
Hello.
There you go. Thanks, guys. See ya. I just signed the back of his shirt. Okay. How fun. The expected route would be Space Mountain, Matterhorn, Big Thunder, Tianas Bayou Adventure. Because, you know, it's a row. It's a straight line-ish. One follows the other. But, as I was just alluding to at Space Mountain, and as I was alluding to at the Matterhorn, where they're running half the vehicles right now, we're there a little too early. 8:29, as we speak now, is too early for Big Thunder. It's too early. They're only running, hi guys, good morning. They're only running like four trains right now at Big Thunder. They don't get into the 8 type trains by maybe 8:45, 9 o'clock. And this is something that I talk about often when I'm just talking about regular rope drop strategy. But today it might even be more important in trying to get things done by an hour, right? So I'm gonna do something different than our previous efforts. Our previous efforts when we did this years ago, pre-COVID and everything, back when it was Splash Mountain, we did that order and we were late. We didn't make it. We didn't make it in an hour. So I am going to try to divert that strategy. We're gonna go to Tiana's next. We're going to Tiana's and then come back and do Big Thunder on the way back, on our way back to the hub. Which that does work out actually, in the sense that that's where we have to finish. We have to do a full lap. And the reason why, by the way, that I'm making that a rule that you have to finish at the hub is in order to create the opportunity for optimal strategy. Because if we did it where you just end when you finish the ride, and the clock stops, it pretty much, I think it limits it to just one pattern, one strategy, doing them in order. But now you have an opportunity to play with the game a little bit. It creates a little opportunity for strategy. Just checking in on Big Thunder. I mean, there's not going to be a wait, but there's no way I'm going to know how many trains are running. Let's just keep things going. Long walk. My gosh, there's no way we get this done in an hour. Now that I think about it, there's just no way. We got out at 8:27. We got out of Matterhorn at 8:27. It's been 4 minutes already. It'll be another 4 probably before we get there. 8:20, 8:35. It's 8:31 now. Get there at 8:35. It's a rather circuitous queue, not quite as circuitous as Space Mountain, but still a lengthy one at that. And then it's an 10-minute ride, I think, 10 minutes. So we're not going to be out of there at best until 8:50, which means we're going to have to, oh no, there's no way. Right? There's just no way. The math is not mathing. There's no way we could do all 4 attractions and get back to the hub by 9 a.m. I think this is going to be a pure time challenge. I kind of remember there's somebody saying they got it done in an hour, and they made it back to the hub. Maybe they did it at night, but I remember there being somebody who did it inside of an hour. I think it might have even been Adam, because I think Adam did it. Adam the Woo, I think he did. And I think he got it done in an hour. And he landed back at Main Street at the clock. But I just don't see how it's possible. Okay, I see boats in the water up there. That's a good sign. $8:33. I was hoping to be at the entrance by 8:35. Yeah, boats in the water. I don't think there's any chance that we're out of here by 8:45. Hi guys, good morning. I just don't. Okay, good news. Tiana's is still a walk on. If we want to be done by 8:45, we call it a 10-minute ride. You know what? Let me just ask Google, how long is Tianas Bayou Adventure? 10 minutes. It does say 10 minutes. Google says 10 minutes. I'll take their word for it, which means if we're going to be done by 8:45, we have to be in our boat now. We have to be in our boat now. So when I say it's impossible, it's not like it's going to be way off. We're going to be a few minutes off, I think. We're going to be at like 1:03 is my guess, an hour and 3 minutes. Okay. 8:35 still. We're close.
Right here. Make sure your bags are off the back and in front. 3 and 4 ladies at the front log, all the way down. How many here? One.
I'll take the back if I can get it.
Right here, David.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, they're parked. This isn't good. Why are we parked? This is bad. There were boats in the water. Vehicles were moving. But now we've got to pause here. But they're loading us still. They're sorting us and prepping us. but we're going to lose a minute or two, I think, at least.
Seems like a temporary delay. Please remain seated and our journey will resume in 2 shakes of a gear stand. Attention, y'all. Remain seated because your logs are about to get going. Hallelujah.
Okay. That's a good sound. 8:39 though, we've lost, or we will lose, probably 4 or 5 minutes. But it looks like they're about ready to get going again. Yep, here comes one. They just sent a boat in. That light turned green. We're moving. 8:40. We lost 5 minutes. So on the one hand, I would say we're still going, by the way, we're still going. We're gonna finish this. That's not a kill. We can just, we can kind of just say we'll subtract 5 minutes off the top as an unofficial time, but as an official time, you have to include it because that's the nature of going to Disneyland, is that there are gonna be some sudden stops and drops, right? So unofficially, we'll take off those 5 minutes and see what's possible. But for now, we're going to the bayou.
Let's join and find a band for our celebration.
Oh dear. Yeah. That got me a little.
Tiana was right. There are musicians out here and they are cooking. Oh my! This is Raw Raw Band can jam.
We gotta keep searching high.
How long can I go?
Time to think big. Time to get tiny.
Choo-choo said it's time I get you back to science.
all your things and exit to your left. Then grab your belongings and exit to your left.
Now, you guys can already see the time right now. Hopefully I have a timestamp going on down there. I cannot, but I have a feeling that we're not that far off. Hey, what's up, Matt? How's it going, guys? Morning. Good, good. Okay, here we go. 8:50. So I was hoping to be out of here at 8:45 or 8:50, so that 5 minutes is exactly still the case. 8:50, I mean, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be a matter of a couple of minutes, I think, because we can probably walk to Big Thunder in 4 minutes, I think. We can walk to Big Thunder in 4 minutes if we have no waiting. If we can, oh no, there's still no chance. Well, if we subtract those 5 minutes maybe, but right now, yeah, 4 minutes to get to Big Thunder, and then 5 minutes in the queue, 3 minutes on the ride. That's 12 minutes from now. That's 9:02, plus the time it takes to walk to the hub, which is about 2 minutes. So we're getting, I'm gonna guess, 9:04, which, by the way, if we take those 5 minutes, theoretically, we're inside the hour. Let's hustle. Gonna try to take a little bit more of a path of least resistance here.
Maybe when Disney got
Invite you to stay up on deck, feel the wind in your face, and experience the wonders of this land we now know as America.
8:53. I don't think I can get to that queue in less than a minute. 8:53. Or a theoretical 8:48. I'd be looking pretty good if it were 8:48 right now. I'm fascinated by how often I think, oh no, this is impossible. Hi, good morning. You know, whenever I do like the closing the park challenges or stuff like that, I think, oh no, there's no way. That's too aggressive. Now I managed to figure it out. But this, I don't think we can. We're not getting back to the hub by 9, except under the theoretical time. Hi guys, morning. I mean, unless we can walk straight to our vehicle. 8:54, we're supposed to be into the queue right now. We're still about 50 yards away. I mean, we need to be in our vehicle right now to get back to 10 or 9 o'clock, I mean, to the hub in real time.
I think if you get something, you need something more.
This is good. Posted 5, I like that. Don't use lightning lane right now. Okay. Into the queue at 8:55. I see the UB Bold. I can't tell if there's another vehicle on the other side. Morning, guys. The idea here is, again, right now there would be running maybe 2 trains on each side, which is not very many. You want to get here later so that they're running, I'm not sure how many. Do they get to all the way to, I don't know if they, maybe it's 3 per side, so 6 total. Well, that's not good. Yeah, that's a death stroke right there. It's over. For sure. For real time. I mean, it was already 8:55 still. But what you don't want, and this is something that I learned when I did the 30 ride challenge with Adam the Woo. We spent a day riding in every single seat, all 15 seats. No, 30, whatever, I don't know. It was a lot. We sat in every seat, and we started at 8 a.m. at Rope Drop, and we thought we were gonna knock out a bunch early on, but we didn't because it was taking forever for those trains to come back to the station. We wound up waiting. We got the first one right away, obviously, but we wound up waiting for the second and our third tries. Our second and third ride-throughs took us a little while because we sat there waiting for the trains to come back. So, you know, if you want to try to get here a little after 8:30, something like 8:45 is probably ideal, right when we're getting here, which is, or even later, 9 o'clock. It's 8:57 right now. We've got no shot. We've got no shot at a real-time 9 a.m., but the theoretical is still on the table, I think. Okay, one on the right. There should be one coming into station already right now for the left side.
How many? Here. You can head up to number 1 on the left side. How many? 2. Go ahead, number 2 on the left.
But intake row number 6, they're going to be crossing the exit out.
Okay. Oh, we just saved a rotation. I thought we were going to get the train after this, but the group in front of me have decided to bounce. They're bailing, so I'm going to take their seat. So we saved a little time. But yeah, there still hasn't been a vehicle coming in on this left side, so we're still almost, even now, a little too early, because that train right there is going to the other side. So where's our train is going to be the one that comes down from here. And at 8:59, we're looking at another 2 minutes before we get into the vehicle. Yeah, there it goes. That one's going. So I think they're still doing maybe just 4 trains. Here it comes. We're number 5. And there's number 5, the UB Daring.
Su seguridad, permanezca sentada y mantenga sus manos, brazos y piernas abiertos del tren. Gracias, pequeñitos. Muchas gracias.
Howdy, partners. For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train, and be sure to watch your kids.
All right, we're off at 9. Not bad. right, 9:03 back at the station. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get back to the hub. And I love how lively our train was today. That was great. And by the way, every attraction, every ride, Matterhorn was lively, Space Mountain was lively, Tiana's was lively. What a great group of rides we had this morning. Whether or not we get to the hub in 2 minutes, it was really fun. That is really exciting, really fun doing challenges like this, especially for, you know, local types who we're here often, you know, we're just looking for ways to mix things up. Okay. So, under the old standard, the effort that I made back in the day, efforts, were 1 minute ahead, theoretically, if you chop off those 5 minutes. But as I mentioned, we have to get back to the hub in order to officially stop the clock. And it's now too late. It's 9:05. It's 9:05 as we speak. And my initial thoughts were that we would be about a couple minutes off. We would be 9:03 is probably going to wind up being dead on. You do all this enough times, you make your way, you make these walks back and forth, you know how long the queues are supposed to take, how long the ride's supposed to take. You can get it down to the minute. You really can, down to the minute, if you were so inclined. I am so inclined. Others might not be, which is fine. I love doing the park casually, but I also like having fun little challenges like this. But we're probably gonna, hi guys, good morning. We're probably gonna wind up landing right about where I predicted, 9:02 or so, 9:07 on the real clock. Morning, guys. Boy, Fresh Bake fans like the rope drop. They sure do like the rope drop. All right, we've entered the hub, and it's still 9:06. Okay, but there goes 9:07. We are here. One hour and 7 minutes of real time, and that does, I mean, in the end of the day, that has to be it. That is, like I said, part of the, going to Disneyland is unexpected stops and drops, man. You're gonna run into it, but that's not bad. I'm actually happy with this time. I'm happy with it. It's a goal to shoot for. It does prove, though, it can be done, I think. I think we can find 2 minutes somewhere. We could find a minute at Big Thunder. We could find a minute at Tiana's. We could find a minute even at Space Mountain. I mean, there's a minute, 30 seconds to be found at each attraction. So 1 hour is definitely possible where I thought it might be impossible. I hope you guys enjoy. Let us know what your strategy would be. You can even go to the website, go to freshbakepresents.com and submit your results. Go to State of Disneyland, do a community update or a post. Let us know, like the timestamps where you hit each attraction, what order you did them in. It's super fun. You guys are gonna get a lot of engagement, a lot of people talking about this, and you can even buy a shirt. Yes, well, you can even buy a shirt. We are in the process of making, and it should be available to order by the time this video gets published, a 4 Mountain Challenge shirt in the Fresh Bake shop. So go to freshbakepresents.com, register for the app there. You can download it, save it to your desktop, participate in the community there, give us your results, and then participate in the other parts of the community. You can do park science there. You can let us know your other results, like posted wait time versus actual wait time. That's in park science. You can go to the State of Disneyland and do some street team updates, take pictures of what's happening around the parks, construction, things that you catch there, post those there. We will engage with you there. We're spending a lot of time talking back and forth with with our fans on that app. It's been a lot of fun. I'm really proud of what we've been able to get finished or made and how it's going so far. And we hope you guys can help participate in that. That's pretty much where I do most of my talking there. And I'm really excited about it. So freshbakepresents.com. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next adventure. I'll come up with another challenge. Give us also, in your comments below, suggest some other challenges that we might think about doing, and we'll give them a shot. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. We love you. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Fresh Bake.